Yo, what is going on YouTube? My name is Sweat if you guys are new, and welcome back to another Apex Legends video. And in today's video, guys, I wanted to switch it up a little from the normal gameplay and go on Reddit. Now, I rarely go on Reddit because I think there is a lot of misinformation on Reddit, but I also think there is a lot of good information on Reddit. And right now, we are in the subreddit r/apexuniversity. Check it out if you haven't already. There's a lot of good advice on here, but there's also a lot of advice that could be better, and that's why I'm making this video. Okay, so if you guys like to see these different type of videos, make sure to drop a thumbs up and comment down below that you want me to do more of these videos, and I'm gonna just give my input on things that I disagree with, and we're gonna see how well my opinions match up with what I see on the subreddit. So without further ado, guys, let us get into the action. All right, guys, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm not really gonna look at these ones that are really highly voted. Okay, I'm just gonna look at the ones where it's like kind of questions, and then I'll do some videos at the end that aren't really too high voted because I want to see how accurate most of the posts are on this subreddit. Okay, I know there is going to be ones that are very helpful, and I indeed watched this first one. It is very helpful. It does give correct information, so I'm not going to go over that one. If you guys want to see like a bunch of Apex University videos that are correct that I go over beforehand and just show you them, I'd be glad to do so. But as of right now, I'm just going to kind of go through and answer some questions. All right, guys, so this first post is by iSkelly. This says, I'm stuck. I feel like I'm not improving at all, is the question. I've been a day one player, have been in love with this game since season 0. I'm honestly not a terrible player. My most played character is Bloodhound, but I know how to use every other legend and their abilities and have no problem understanding their type of playstyle. I average around plat and can probably touch diamond if I really tried. At the start, I've been getting better, but until season 4, I've been playing the same way and haven't noticed any improvement. Actually, I think I've been getting worse. I lose a lot of gunfights and have been having trouble locking onto enemies first and hitting my shots. Every time I enter a gunfight, I just lose by an inch with the enemy basically one shot. I've tried to better my movement and aim, but I still get beaten by even the new players. It's really embarrassing, and I feel like I'm slowly losing enjoyment for this game. I'm in silver, and I can only manage to scrap 33 RP every single game. I honestly don't know what to do. Nothing I do seems to help me in some way. I really just want to know what I'm doing wrong. I just really want to know what I'm doing is wrong and what areas I need to work on. If anyone knows what to do, then I'd be really happy to know. Okay, Skelly, so the first things that you mentioned, first of all, I feel like a lot of people feel this way about Apex Legends. It's kind of been getting stale. We've had the same map forever. Not really too many gun differentiations except for the Volt coming into the game and really taking over as a primary SMG other than the R99. So that could be one reason that you feel like you're declining, is maybe that you don't like that gun, but that is probably not the case. Okay, you also mentioned talking about your movement and movement and aim. Okay, now a lot of people have the misconception in battle royales or really any game that movement and aim are the only two aspects of the game, and if you work on those two, then you're going to be the best player ever, and that's just not true. Okay, what a lot of people fail to understand is that positioning is a gigantic part of the game. Game sense, game knowledge, map knowledge, rotating quickly. These are all aspects of the game that you need to get down to a T, and you're not going to be a great player unless you have every single one of these aspects down. Okay, so the main ones that I'd say are going to be movement and accuracy, of course, but then it's going to be positioning. You're going to want to rotate early. You're going to want to know when to peek, when not to peek gunfights, how to use cover correctly. And there are so many more aspects of the game, and if you only focus on the two, movement and accuracy, then you're only going to be really good at those two aspects. And people that are even mediocre at every single aspect are going to be better than someone who's just good at two aspects of the game. And that is my response to this. So Skelly, if you are watching this, or if somebody does send this to you, make sure to implement those other strategies into the game, and I guarantee that you're going to have more fun playing, and you're going to definitely get up past silver. I can guarantee you that. Probably into diamond. It sounds like you were around platinum skill level already, so you can get to diamond. I believe in you. All right, everybody. So post number 2 is called Dealing Damage by Ingenium YT. It says, I play this game a lot and I need some help. I'm level 500 and have been playing this game every day basically, and I still cannot drop 2000 damage games consistently. I'm wondering if there's something I'm doing wrong or I'm just not skilled enough. I only have 2k badge on Wraith and I got it twice. Any help is appreciated. So first of all, I would say for dealing damage, you're going to want to, of course, get weapons that you're most comfortable with. But also, if you're just going for damage, you want to get what you want to like knock people and then let them get up, or shoot the teammates a bunch and then let them heal up. That's how you're going to farm damage on teams. And the more that you practice this, if that's what you're going for is strictly damage, then I would say keep your distance, knock an enemy, let them get up, or keep shooting at it at a team and get your damage off, but don't finish the whole team off. This is how you can farm like 1,000 damage per team. And even if you just kill like 2 to 3 teams a game, then you should be getting your 2k badge or 3k badge consistently. And you can do this on any character. And also another thing is, if you want to get more damage, play with 2 other people and let them know that you're going for your damage badge. If you really want it that badly, you can tell them to really like not shoot at enemies, just be your surrounding cover. If anybody comes up behind you or shoots you from the side while you're taking shots at that team from far away, they can let you know and you can turn on those people. So that is my best advice on getting the 2k damage badge and 3k and 4k or whatever damage badge that you were going for. All right, so this next question is by Randall's Bakery. He says, should I heal or reload first? So I run into situations where enemies are still around, either third party or maybe I downed one person and his teammates are somewhere near, but I'm low on shield and health and low on bullets in my mag. I know different circumstances will bring about different behaviors, but in general, do you guys tend to reload your weapon and then heal, or try to heal up a bit before reloading? So you're definitely going to want to, in my opinion, you would definitely want to reload your gun first. And the reason this is because once an enemy pushes you, if your gun is not reloaded, you're going to still have to cock your gun back and then shoot the enemy, while if you are already reloaded and you have to take the chance like of going at a team with no health or going at a person with no health, at least your weapon is reloaded. So I would definitely reload first, and then once you wipe the team or you can get to cover safely, then I would start healing. All right, Ain't That Karina says, switching from console to PC. This is a caustic name, by the way. Oh my god. Yup, you read that right. I recently built myself my first ever gaming PC, and now I'm trying to transition from playing Apex on console, PS4, to PC. I was wondering if anybody could give me a few tips on how to get used to the transition, or any good keybind combinations that might help ease into the transition more. If anyone has ever been in my situation or is going through the same thing, how did you get used to it, or what did you do? Thanks in advance. So now this is not really I'm not going to give any keybinds or any of that, because I'm obviously on controller and I play controller on both Xbox and PC, but I have been recently playing more on PC, and I just really wanted to tell you guys the difference, because I was going to make a whole video about this, but I'm not going to do it because it's just going to be, a lot of people already know the differences. So the differences between PC and Xbox or PS4 are console. Our screens tear a ton on console, whether you're on Xbox or on PS4. The frame rate is absolutely horrible. And this is not a knock on console. It's just the fact that console can't keep up with PCs these days. So the game is going to look a lot smoother. The weapon reg, the gun reg, whatever you want to call it, the bullet reg, rather, I should have been calling it that in the beginning. The bullet registration is way better on PC, and it is going to feel like a totally different game. But other than that, I mean, PC obviously has better graphics. Xbox is where my main base is. I don't know. I really can't make a decision, but if crossplay comes out, it's going to be pretty hard not to switch over to PC, unless the new consoles come out by that time, in which then it really wouldn't matter, because I'm hoping the new consoles will have the exact same frame rate as PC, if not a little better, and then we can go from there. But yeah, that is my response to that, and I wish you the best of luck, Karina, with that switch to PC. All right, so the next post we are going to take a look at is from Wild Hunter, and it is solo rank tips I learned this season. 22 upvotes, so this should be a pretty good post for you guys to learn something, hopefully. I asked you guys to give me some tips to solo queue at the beginning of the season. You guys gave me some tips and I learned some while playing too. Number 1, solo queue is not good for your health. You will get mad at teammates, players who DC in the middle of the fight, and third parties out of nowhere. This has never been more true. The time that when I did the series, when I went from solo to solo bronze 4 all the way until I was going to do masters, but I stopped at diamond 2, this was absolutely a fact. And although I only tried for like 2 days when I got to diamond 2, I was making no progress. The teammates were absolutely ridiculous. And they really did not know what was happening at all. There was actually this one teammate that was in the game using, you know how on console you can hit like the select button or whatever button to type like voice chat even though the person doesn't have a mic? There was so many like just derogatory comments being thrown, like if I would leave the scene, like if I didn't want to die with the team and lose points in freaking silver, and I'd run across the map and like, I don't know, I would obviously try to get their banners and such, but if I couldn't do it, they would just like curse at me the whole time. And it was ridiculous. It was not good. And yeah, I definitely agree that solo queuing is not good for your health. Do not do it if you don't have to. Get some teammates. Number 2 says, don't listen to everything your teammates say. That is also true. They say that he is 1 HP, but he's actually red Evo and full HP, so don't push without healing. Shield swap. This is true some of the time. I don't know if they're going to say he's 1 HP when he's actually red Evo still, unless he just shield swapped or something. But I do agree that some teammates, especially in the lower tiers, can give misinformation. So I'd say that is true. And sometimes I even say 1 HP. I have a bad tendency of saying 1 HP when he's really like 30 or 50 HP, but he's like a couple bullets. But I mean, I've never actually ran into someone who says 1 HP when they're full red Evo on the same character. But I definitely could see it happening. Avoid choke points as much as you can. The problem isn't the team who controls choke. It's the high possibility of a third party. Being stuck in the middle of 2 teams is the last thing you want. This is very, very true. And I would definitely avoid choke points, especially with random teammates if you don't have team communication. If they all have mics and it's a totally different story, you can communicate what you want to do with those guys. But if they don't have mics, it's going to be a really tough scenario to get through. And I would just definitely avoid that at all costs. Try to hug really like the corner of ring or the side of ring and work your way in. I feel like that's the best way to solo queue in my opinion. Play any legend you are comfortable with. Many say play Wraith, Path, Bloodhound, but there is no point if you are not able to use them properly. This is very, very true. I would say that those 3 legends are very useful and can get you out of tough situations if your teammate does die. So that's the only thing that I have to say that's differently about point number 4 that he says there. If you're gonna play like Watson or something and you're all alone, you better be in a building, because if you have to rotate out in the open, good luck. Number 5, look at your team's loadout. If your team is playing energy heavy, try playing light heavy or light with something else. Don't play the same ammo type as them. This way you can enter fights faster because you can loot faster after winning a fight. You can leave it faster. You can play the same ammo, but I found it easier not to do it. Now this could be definitely like iffy. Okay, number 5 is definitely iffy. I would play the weapons that you are comfortable with. I wouldn't really worry about your team's loadout. Let's say you like using the Prowler and your teammates have like a Hemlock. They both have heavy weapons, but you really like using the Prowler and you think that you're most effective while using that gun. I would definitely hold on to that gun and then maybe run a different weapon as your secondary. Don't be running 2 heavies when everybody on your team has a heavy. But I definitely can see where he's coming from. It's true and not true at the same time. Number 5. Number 6, there are some guides on how to rotate and enter fights. Watch some solo queue players. This is a very good idea. Shiv FPS is one of the best solo queue people on Twitch. If you want to go check him out, I think it's just Shiv FPS on Twitch, and he does give some really good information. Or anybody really who solo queues and consistently gains points, you want to watch them because you want to get like them. Number 7, choose your style. There are different type of players in ranked. Some like to fight and get kill points, but other players like to camp and get placement points, or even third party others. Now this is where it gets really like complicated, I would say, and this is where a lot of people are going to lose points. Let's say I'm a solo queuer and I like playing very aggressively. I like getting points. I like getting kills. So I'm going to run out there and try to get kills, while my teammates are more of the type of people to camp back and not want to fight anything. When you're solo queuing, you really have to attest to the other two players. You really have to stick on the hip with the other two players, or else it's going to really go downhill. So you kind of have to more or less like push over to their side. You have to be slow if they're going to play slowly and stuff like that. Or if you do want to play aggressively, you have to tell them you want to play aggressively right off the bat, and you have to say, we're going here, come on, let's do this, and let's fight this team and stuff like that. So I definitely agree, choose your style, but again, that one's true and not true at the same time. If you want RP, find a team. You can simply ask on this subreddit. This is so true. Find teammates on Reddit, find teammates on Discord, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Twitch, anything that you can try to find teammates on. If you're playing solo, definitely give it a shot. It's going to do you better than solo queuing ranked. I can guarantee you that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video of me giving my reactions and some of my opinions on the post on Apex University subreddit. And if you guys want to see more of these videos, like I said in the beginning, make sure to comment down below if you do, and also drop a like on the video. It shows me that you really do enjoy these type of videos, and I will definitely keep them coming. But anyways, guys, it's been Sweat. I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.